Is this working yet? There we go. Wait. Every year, Bluetooth receivers get worse and, or not Bluetooth receivers, but Windows Bluetooth gets worse and worse. As I was trying to say, hello and welcome to Bug Great to watch. Game development tutorials, live on Twitch.tv, or you can watch YouTube, which is usually uploaded every couple of days, with old posts I've done it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in chat live or drop them in the comments on the YouTube channel would be the best way for me to see them. If you're interested in game dev right now, it would be a good idea to check out what's this? Game dev tutorial for bike racing, which I'm really liking so far. So far we've made a gravity or a perfect space racer, but eventually that'll turn into a so we're building that as like a live demo. Maybe demos for different parts of the game. They'll add up to a full tutorial. And then once that's complete, we're going to show you some of the side stuff I've been working on, these add-ons, which will turn it into a gravity distracting flies. Sorry about that. We'll turn it into a zero gravity racer. With likely minimal changes. Should just be bolt-ons, but we'll see how it goes. Today's art stream though, so we'll just be doing that right now. We're 2 minutes in, so let's go ahead and get that started. As you can tell from the stream title, I think it should have fixed. Second attempt, yep. So we're just gonna try and do some spooky sketches. May or may not work. And this time I'm gonna try some reference. Also trying a new setup, so I got my big monitor above my tablet, so I can look up reference if I need it. And we're gonna try drawing maybe some goblins, maybe some lizard men. We're gonna try some D&D type stuff, and maybe make some spookier stuff if we get enough character creation done. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not particularly fast, so we might run out of time to do that. All of this. Could zoom in a little bit. My tablet screen's kind of small for me to do. Because I can see that line, but it's not. It's not very good. Drawing space wise, it was a really small drawing space. Because this is only a. What is it? It's a 13-inch tablet. Isn't bad, but it's not. We're gonna try some Berserk style, or not Berserk style styles, but I usually do. I usually try and do like the what is it? I probably need a guideline. It's my usual eye. I'm gonna try some different style of eyes today. They both can be pretty expressive. I just like to try out different shapes a little bit once in a while. Or I'm trying to use more shapes, I should say. especially when I'm going to be doing more like some serious, where they're not all going to be like sparkly eyes. It's going to be more. That was bad, but get the point. Something a little attempting to be a little angrier than even that. So I'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a lot of mostly just testing new shapes today, or not testing new shapes. Subjects. And probably go layers plus layer. And we'll just keep the music on low in the background. I think I can probably come. And I'm actually gonna switch the playlist. Just so I know that it won't deviate from this artist. Because Spotify loves to just decide it's gonna do something different for you. Isn't great. Oh, we got Zelda Sleep too. Cool. Um, just throw the. There we go. Okay, these are gonna be quieter. So there we go. So if you're ever looking for just something to listen to, that's gonna be. Wow. Wasn't expecting the violin right there. You ever want something that's gonna be relaxing and maybe just not very involved listening? Instrumentals are always good. I like Game Chops because it has all the old Zelda music I remember remixed into something new. Um, so this is kind of this Goblin attempt is going to be more based on the Pathfinder one I've been looking at a lot recently, for reasons that might come up later. Um, yeah, if the channel starts taking off, I might do some stuff with the Pathfinder campaign. I'll have to think about this one. Might do some stuff with the Pathfinder campaign. Mostly just make comics of the story, kinda. Which I thought would be fun to do before. I just didn't really have the group to do it with. So we got kind of like Critical Role has done with their stuff now, but there's some of it. Oh, did that draw on both layers? That yeah, it did. Oh, that's funny. Didn't think I could do that. Oh, apparently you can. If anyone watching watches Ansta streams, you'll notice that she has a lot of Sega-based Sonic stuff in the background of her, um, which was pretty cool. That's why, like, I'm a big Zelda person, so maybe I should check that out. And I already listened to Game Chops mostly for sleep. Because I had a really hard time sleeping when I went back for my undergrad to college, and then I bet I'll be listening to it a lot later as I go back for my master's. Oh, this one's already looking a lot better than the ones I tried another time. At least we'll say that now and hope it doesn't change. Also, maybe other people can't see what I'm doing underneath this. Uh, ba-ba, ba-da, ba-da. Okay, so let's try. Okay, let's try that. Oh, did I change brushes? I don't think so. Well, I suppose the other ones weren't 100%, were they? You notice, give it up, like, gonna line up like that. Yeah, I leave a messy sketch, and I heard it's because of indecision on the lines, but I just feel like I can't get a clean line to save my life. That's why one of the streams was literally, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it with lots of lines. Lots of smaller strokes. That's why I say if you're gonna start drawing, don't get a small tablet, get a big one. Because it'll be easier in the long run for you to start with a bigger tablet. Even though it's a bigger investment, because your hand will be able to travel a lot further, which leads to longer, smoother lines. Instead of where you see me struggle to draw this because I literally have 1 inch ruler. And knowing what I know now, I'd probably buy a bigger tablet. But that's not the hardware I really need right now. So we're just kind of stuck with it where it is. And the other reason this music's on is because I will forget to talk at all at certain points. Because I do get lost in what I'm doing in concentration. Um, well, that's a shame. Thought my brush size for eraser was smaller than that. Obviously, I was wrong. I think I want to bring your down like this, like come in sharper. Also, the ear was just too big. If I'm doing cartooning, I love to just leave it as the weird G. Because it just makes it easier on me for shorthand. And it actually looks pretty nice. Especially if you put like a little bit of shading in here later. If I get to shading. Might not, because I'm not convinced. Gotta pick up some speed yet. And you know, if this was a thing where art was more my job or my targeted job, I might be more worried about my speed on it. But as it is, art's kind of a side thing, where it's good for my job, but I don't do tons of work or target job. Art's nice, but it's not required. So I don't spend time worrying about my speed on that note. As long as I can do it and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, and I really like character design, so I do get caught up in a little bit of some of this stuff. Stop and think for a while on some characters. But, oh yeah, these are conceptually looking stronger. Which I struggle with nose shapes. Something more of that like. So it's a little orc-like, maybe. I don't know. Some of that stuff gets a little too limiting too. Because it's like you get I'm sure if you do more of it, it gets better. Like less samey. But as I don't, some of my stuff does come out a little samey. When it comes to the trying to differentiate some character races in different games and genres. Hmm. Maybe a better mouth would be the same mouth, but bangs down. Bangs down like a vampire. Something about that didn't turn out right. I think it's the mouth shape is part of the problem. So let's take to that. Hmm. I used to draw this mouth all the time. Why does it suck now? Some of it often is me just not being a digital illustrator yet. This was pencil, it'd be maybe if we make them come out a little bit. That's not it either. Hmm. Hmm. Well, Control E erases everything. For those of you that aren't experiencing this, my eraser's not working. So, there we go. Windows hasn't been the happiest with me today. It said, no, your Bluetooth receiver won't work, and after it's like, okay, you can have your Bluetooth, it's like, your app key won't work. How hard to sign into things without an app sim? There we go. Some kind of shorthand. Got fangs, we got that. That's looking better. I think this is what I ended up with last time I tried to do a goblin too. It's just very hard to get that pointed nose that I was trying to get earlier. Where it's then it's to me it just looks like Pinocchio and I'm unhappy with that nose. It looks either Pinocchio or Tengu, something bird-like. That isn't very goblin core. So this looks much better to me. So let's just grab. Let's just Control Z back until we get rid of that. Forward back again. Then we could probably add a pixel layer, throw its opacity down to like 27. Whoops. This one down to 27. Whatever. I'll get the right selection eventually. There we go. Yeah. I was doing color replace in this program earlier, and I noticed one thing that's bad about color replace is, well, it does replace all the hues with a different color. It, like, certain things, you know, you want to stay right, so you have to remember to copy and paste those ahead of time up at the top. And when you're doing 20 sets at a time, by the time you get the last one, you just look at it and you're like, oh, I was supposed to do that? Well, that's one more hour of the day that I would either have to fix them, or we can just roll with it. And I'm not sure which one of those I'm actually gonna do yet. That's not my brush. Come on. Oh, it is my brush. I was on the wrong layer. There we go. So that doesn't happen to me at all. Never. I would never be on the wrong layer. And definitely not for 50% of the work I'm trying to do. Never. What the hell is the problem with the eraser? Jesus. Computer just hates everything. It's like it's not enough that it just turned on. You want more than that? Yeah. I don't quite understand how computers keep getting so much worse when we had a working OS to start from. And it's just like it keeps getting less and less stable. It seems that all the hardware just gets less and less stable as we keep going. And then everybody's like, "Oh, now let's try adding AI onto it." And it's like it's not stable now. You think that artificial intelligence is going to make it more stable? You know, because most of AI is still described as machine learning from what I've seen. So I went, yeah. So the term AI I usually trust, or the term machine learning I usually trust more than um, AI, because you never know if you're getting machine learning or AI with some. If you're doing academic stuff, it's usually a bit more straightforward, but when you're buying products, sometimes it's just a marketing term that you get. Yeah, and honestly, I don't really want AI looking at all the stuff I make. What's this? This should have an erasure right here. Good God, come on. Come on. Do the dang thing. Erase without me pecking at the screen. Come on. Uh, yeah, I could always go back to trying to do it with the HDMI cable setup instead of with the C cable setup. See if it is that it's pushing some sort of power over it. It still says, claims that it is. It did this crap too before. I'm just kind of. Plus, then I can't have my big monitor up when I'm drawing, so it's kind of like lose lose. because you sacrifice stability for workspace. The tablet shouldn't be pumping any energy into the computer because it doesn't charge anything. What if I change the brush that it's using? Is it a brush thing? Nope. How about that one? Nope. That's really bugs me. I don't know. Miracles of people keep telling me miracles of technology, and I'm like, when I'm using it, I've never had it work very well. It's always been like very touchy, very. I mean, that could be that I'm in IT, so I just see it fail way more often to the point where it starts to irritate me. But it shouldn't be that fallible. When my old computers used to hook up to stuff all the time and not have any problems. The old Toshiba. Fine. I'm pecking at the screen with this one for some freaking reason. Actually, I think I might. Let's try that. I'm gonna put it on the holding scene quick. Just close and reopen this. See if that fixes my problems. Because this program usually functions perfectly fine. I don't understand why it's so weird today. Or why it keeps opening on the wrong screen. Okay, so it's back. It's working back normally. Maybe it's just the program needed a little reset. Okay. Whoa. There we go. So we should be back. I think we're back normal now. Go back normal. Yep. I don't know what makes it do that. It just decides not to keep going. I mean, it doesn't crash like Photoshop, which is. Um. Okay, that head's looking pretty good. Let's maybe design the rest of the character now. See, I'm actually gonna throw it on there. And we're gonna change this guy's opacity down to like throw a nice little brush on my. There we go. What? that fixed? Is that unfixed? That's fixed. Okay, so now I'm on round felt 10. Oh, we also need to go in and change these layers off. Actually, honestly, there we go. Something like that. Then goblins are short, so we can keep the head and the body close together. And we'll go. Can't see it. Anyway, and then we'll do some. We'll just use a bean. Regular bean shape. And then we can go. So this is how this goes. So that would mean this goes kind of like that. Just towards the middle of the other one. Right here. All this line. I'm doing really simplified stuff. I can do that. That's not good on the proportions wise, that's bad. Frickin' flies, man. Is it? Oh. It's a timing on the set. We'll change it after this song, probably. To a new set of songs. I'm still really practicing female type character sketching, and I'm still terrible at it. Something like that, maybe. At the very least, it's better than what I had. Then we have probably start the shoulders. Then we can do, it's kind of where do I want the arms? Somewhere like there. Or we could do somewhere like scheming a little bit. Bring the elbows down. Then we could bring the hands in to scheme something. Or just closed hands. Not threatening, but not exactly at ease either. Something, and then it comes out to be like there, which means let's maybe pull up the opacity a little bit so I can see it a little better because I'm having trouble seeing it, and then up another layer on. Um, yeah, I said I was gonna change it, and then I immediately went to another Wind Waker song. Pixel. Ah, there we go. There we go. Something more like that. Something more like that. We really have is like this little line here. We might as well fill it in all the way. Well, yeah, I'd probably leave that. And then none of this is looking very good. Hmm. Okay. You can't draw it, just hint at it. No need to stress over it. And then we follow this line down, and we can keep with that. This needs to come out to the same spot as this so that the hands come together. Erase a little more. Oh, use the brush there. Then let's bring up. Actually, that would be kind of cool. So we got this, and then it comes down through the center, just as a guide. Then we can have the fingers interlock in here. Which I've never actually done successfully, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe we just hint at that they're interlocks. That line definitely shouldn't be there. This is a little off balance. Something like that. Kind of like they got their hands bridged together and they're steepled. Kinda. That's not too bad. Okay, so then if we eliminate that one, then let's maybe sketch out where the legs are a little bit more. Unless we just want to put them in a short dress or something. Which I think is what I'll do for this one. And I still need to know where the legs go, so I do a scale. Scale this other one too. I'm just gonna do this so I can see. That's plenty of room to fit everything on the page. So we can jump back to this one. Do some sketching there. So we got brush. Oh crap. Maybe I should have made a new project for this, but okay. So we got right here. So she's probably standing. Should probably be in. So if you think about it, your line should be like that maybe. So I'll probably want to lower that dress or that hip down. Not the dress, but the hip. As a cheat to make it more dynamic, I found was just to make these tilt together on one side or the other. So I usually do that on the away side. But then the legs would also be matching with, or opposite this line, and would match with this line. Unless you had her standing on a stool or something, step up on a stair. But I'm not going to do that, so we're going to go like that. And just start our boot ease quicker. I just do a quick little boot. Mostly just because it tends to work in a lot of situations to have that, to use that to plan it out. And then most of this you're not even going to see, so actually like this. So we should do like this up here actually. And then that would come into, so that looks good. So if I can erase that part. Then do a brush in. And then we just kind of cheat that hip to be lower a little bit and fall in line with that line. That line looks terrible, so we're gonna do one more. And that would be a shape and dress, which I have a tendency to skew towards in some certain things. But it's not what the target would be there in that case. I didn't do the best at doing the foreshortening on the legs or the feet, but this is kind of just a character sketch anyway. If we turn this off. So I'll probably add some shading actually in here, so just to mark where I might put shading in. Usually I put shading in here and then adjust it based on what the lighting calls for. This might ripple out or in depending on what I'm trying to go for. Then we'll mark this too. Because we want to hint at legs because it looks nicer, but we don't necessarily want to have the legs drawn in there with lines. So, or at least not with what I'm going for. So we're going to go ahead and do pixel layer, get a new pixel layer, and I'm going to pull this one off and pull this opacity down and pull some more things out here. I want pixel layer, and I want the pixel layer to be up actually a little bit more. I want like a 60%. And this is just because I'm not super comfortable with what I'm doing. Because I'm not set on the final design yet. Oh, that's not what I want. So we're gonna play around with this a little bit. Something like that. Okay, we're gonna pause that. And throw into a different playlist. If I can figure out how to do that. Put on one of those. Find something. Yikes. Some off-screen scrolling going on. Oh. There, like that. What's going on here? Oh, it's just some of it didn't overlap or whatever. Okay. I keep putting my cursor over off screen so it doesn't bother me. And then once I quit drawing, it snaps back. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else is. If anybody else has had problems with Spotify application, in terms of it crashing the computer. But yeah, it's weird. An application that was working perfectly fine all of a sudden is like, well, what if we just removed the utility of the application? I made it a volatile application instead. This elbow's wrong, and I noticed that before and then didn't fix it. There we go. Maybe that's good. But also what I wanted to do on this pass is decorate. Whoop. But what that decoration is I just want to add some sleeves. And I don't usually do anything too fancy with this. I'm just gonna mark where they go, so we know what they do. Since we already know where our arms go, be worried about it. And then the next pass of ink will probably be to put detailing in, and then we'll do some shading. It looks like all I did was one goblin character today. Well, like I said, not very fast. Hmm. We'll start adding some detailing in here, so Yeah, just raise it a bit later. That's all I really need to do with that. Alright, so we come in here and we do alright, so then and the reason I only do like the first 3 or 4, because you never see the pinky toe back there anyway. So what's the point, honestly? And honestly, this one looks really bad in comparison to the right one, so let's try it again. Oh, come on. Come on. Something like that. Best? No. Better? Yes. And then we wanted to designate a couple of spots where we'd put patches, show a weave. Probably do it somewhere like there, where it's going to be front and center. Maybe somewhere like here where it draws right off of the pulling all the eye into the left. I don't know. At least an attempt anyway. Do some detailing on this level where it comes up and it's like something like that, so it hints at the leg shape. Kind of that, and then we only have to kind of do shading on one side so that it doesn't look weird. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Because then we can kind of do shading. If it's going between but then coming back out, we could do like right here. And we still have those lines giving us something. Ripper shape wise. Something like that. Just doing some quick detailing. Everything looks kind of... Yep, probably get this inked and start shading maybe just for the rest of it. Took a bit longer than I thought it would. Usually it doesn't take me 2 hours. Usually it's done in 1, but that said, that's also doing pencil drawing, not digital, which I have next to no experience with. Maybe we'll even do this one in color just for pens. So let's say we do that. Let's go and add a pixel. Nope. Let's add a pixel layer right above that. Leave it 100%. Go in and just start fixing stuff. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna, from here, come on. Don't scratch the frickin'... Do I need a new nib? Let's try a new nib and see if that's the problem. Or at least turn this one around. Well, might be some of it. Doesn't look like all of it, but it's not going to scratch my screen if I change nibs. So, instead. And lower the size of the brush size. Just get eraser. Part of it was the nib, part of it was how I was pressing. It wasn't registering correctly. I need a smaller. Alright. You look really close. That shoulder's not quite right, but I kind of want to just finish this to see if I can get a finished, maybe colored thing. All right. Okay. Straighter line up. Uh, Now we can turn off the underdrawing layers. I realize I missed two very important lines. I'll put these hatch marks in here just for the hang of it. Oh, wrong one. Almost, but not quite. Better. Better. Still not the best it could be. Alright. Alright, brushes, and then we're gonna go to round watery brush. We're gonna go layers. Then I'm gonna merge down so that those guys are all one layer. Yep. I'm gonna tap this guy up. Just here. So let's grab a brushes. and grab a round felt lottery. Um, Players, Pixel. Okay. Brushes. Yeah, my lines aren't very smooth today. Maybe we just leave them rough a little bit. Because it would take me forever to either, probably what I'd have to do is redraw this. And that won't get done in time. So we'll start with the colors. And then we'll do flat colors, and then we'll do layers. Plus a layer. Then we'll do some yeah. Okay, I think what happened is I was doing some touch up in this last time, and I might actually have a gray selected. Yep. Ba-da-ba-da. All right. See. That's a decent green. Whoa. Brushes, maybe we use round. That's weird. I didn't think the round felt pen did blend, but maybe it does. In which case, should we use plastic felt pen? It's working today. kind of liking that color. It's just got a little bit of red into the green. Ba-ba-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-da. What else can we do? Ba-da-da-da. Use a little bit more pixel on this. Make it go faster. And you could probably use fill tools and other stuff that'd be faster, but I'm just gonna chill right now. But got all the outlining and character construction done. Now we're just coloring. I mostly just do concept sketches and then I color sometimes. Don't really do a whole ton of poster stuff anymore. That was mostly for school and for when I wanted to do some, was just learning, I thought posters. That's what I learned how to do. I'll probably just leave a skin tone swatch there. That's yellow. Maybe redder's the key. Maybe redder's the key. Let's try that again. Brush. So what's this look like here? Not that big a deal, but something like that. Could turn it down just a hair for these, and I'm only really gonna get the thumbs. Something like that. go white. Oh, but before I do that, I want to go and make. What is eyedropper? This is all probably going to look really flat because I haven't used any black, so let's go ahead and fix a little bit. And then go back in. We don't really want this part to stand out all that much, especially against the white teeth. It's okay if the nails don't super stand out against flesh tone, but those June fingernails really don't all that much naturally, so that's fine for them to be flat. Let's say that we're going to make these guys a little bit redder, but we would make these back lightness. Still kind of bright. Let's bring it down to whatever. Maybe we'll just make the skin a little darker too later. Maybe we'll go back over this with color and make it colored line art. So that this black isn't the final bit. Might be kind of fun. This is moving a lot smoother with a lot less delicacy now that I changed tips. Maybe that's what I had to do. It didn't fix all the problems, but it fixed some of them. Those might still end up black. If I change, or they might come light. I could make them lighter. That. Yeah, I think going over in color would be the way to go after this is done. Ooh, actually this is, yeah. I'm gonna try and do some more character sketches before next time. Coloring them in thing more. Yeah, because that gray bright tone just, I don't know, it might be okay by the time we get more darks and stuff. Let's try. I guess I can just tap on here. Let's try darkening it up a little bit. I think maybe a little less black. Even less. I think it'll be fine once we get shading in and background type stuff. Once we do shading layer, it'll all be okay again. So don't worry too much about it. Well, now I know what it feels like when I need to replace my Indian, I guess. So. What would be a good color for this dress? Just thinking of something. That's kind of close to the fingernail color. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna stay with. Whoa. I don't know what the deal is with Spotify thinking, hey, let's just play random stuff at the end. Just alert me that the freaking playlist is over. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for on stream anyways. I'll probably keep coloring this till it's done, and then we'll have a character. A little goblin character. And maybe I'll do a different kind of character next week. Might actually add some jewelry on this one later too. So, with that, I think we're gonna flip back. Remember, if you like this or watching the live, either watching live or watching on YouTube, like and subscribe and follow on Twitch. Where we do the demos live. Check out the Blender tutorial. If you're interested in 3D modeling, that's a really good one. It's very geometry focused, and focused on also bringing that into Unity, but it's pretty good. Gives you all the geometry tools you'll need for a beginner. And then check out the playlist on YouTube. Got lots of different things on there, including a bike race tutorial, some quick absolute beginner tutorials for Unity, and some discussions on how to make art, import art, and what file types are best for Unity, stuff like that. So with that, have a bug-free night, and we'll see you later.